What's up, everybody? Just making another quick video on how to use our autoclave. This one has a lot more manual steps involved. It's not automatic, so let's go ahead and get into it. First thing you're going to need to do is check the reservoir and make sure that there's water in there. So that dipstick should be above that dark line down there, and it shouldn't be any further than where it says maximum there. If you need to refill it, go ahead and put some distilled water in there, distilled water only. And then make sure that the power's on, okay? Then the first thing we're gonna do is we'll turn this knob here to fill. So what that'll do is it'll push water out from the back to this plate, which we already did. So once the water comes from the back, and you're gonna watch it, and once it reaches this line here, you can go ahead and shut that off. So you're gonna turn this dial down to sterilize right there, and then what you'll do from that point is you'll go ahead and you'll take this and you'll close this, and you're just going to hand tighten this. You're not going to like use your whole body force to like tighten it down, and it should just stop. And then we just need to set our time and our temperature. So we'll send a thing to you that'll show you the times and temperatures on that, but general rule of thumb, if you're doing packs, you can do 250, okay? Any wrapped packs will be 250, and any pouches or instruments can be 270. So 250 for 30 minutes, and 270 would be for about approximately 5 minutes. But we have to account for the machine being cold and the time it takes to warm up and pressurize. So it's not going to be 5 minutes from the start. It's going to be 5 minutes from the time it takes. Once this builds up pressure to 250 or it gets to 270, then that's when the timer starts. So you have to adjust for that. So since this is on a cold start, if we were going to run a pack, we're just going to set this to 250. And I probably set this to 45 minutes because it's probably going to take 15 minutes for it to even heat up and get this pressure all the way up to 250. So when you look at that, when I turn the timer, the heating element comes on. So that's going to heat up. It's going to turn into hot steam, and then it'll go ahead and probably by the time that this timer gets to the 30 mark, then this pressure gauge should have already been up to 250. And then that'll go through its 30-minute cycle. I like to set a timer on my phone to come back and check on this. So once this timer depletes, and then the timer on my phone goes off and I'm doing other things, I can come back and be like, oh, it's time for me to check this. You're gonna come here and turn this to exhaust and dry. This white needle here for the pressure should be up. So you turn this to exhaust and dry. You're not going to hear anything right now because the unit's not hot, but that'll suck all the water out and suck all the steam out. And once this gets to zero, the pressure that's gone, it'll allow you to open this hatch here. Don't stand on this side because this steam likes to blow out this way, and you don't want to get hot steam in your face, so I always like to be on this side when I open it. So you just open it like this. You don't have to open the door all the way, because if you open it all the way, you're going to let all the hot air out. We just want it to open and crack to let the water vapor out, okay? So the water vapor is going to leave, and that's going to allow the packs to dry. So you're going to do a drying cycle from here. So we have to set the timer again. I'm going to set it for 30 minutes and then allow it to dry, okay? I'll set a timer again on my phone. Once it depletes, then we can go ahead and come back, and the packs and instruments should be dry and they won't be wet anymore. And then you can go ahead and turn this to 0, and then all is well. If you're running another cycle right after this machine is already hot, you probably don't need to go to 45 minutes on the pack. You can go to 40 minutes. And like I said, for example, for like if I was running pouches, I could do 270, and I would do maybe 20 minutes, because on a cold start, I would allow it, 15 minutes to warm up, and then 5 minutes to actually autoclave at 270 PSI, or 270 on the temperature. So if it was already warm, I'd probably set it to 10 minutes, because I think it'd take about 5 minutes there. We also have a guide we can send you that'll give you times and everything. So once that goes off, set it to 0. Everything should be, you know, do the dry cycle, everything should be dry, and then you can go ahead and pull everything out, and then you're all set, okay?